Hello YouTube, it's your boy Nathan coming to you to do another recap video. Today we are talking Married at First Sight, Season 16, Episode 10. So we only got 4 couples left on the season, so video shouldn't be too long. So we're just going to get into the recap of what happened in last night's episode. So we're going to start with, before I start, I just want to thank you guys so much for watching my previous video. My previous video is on pace to be one of the top views since I've done these recaps of the catfish episode between Mother Wolf and David. So thank you guys so much for watching that video. Keep on watching. Please like and subscribe to my channel, you guys. I like doing these videos and I appreciate the love and support. So anyway, now we're talking Married at First Sight. So I'm gonna start with Gina and Clint. So Gina and Clint. So this episode, not much went down in this episode. Everybody's just like talking to their families and friends of where they're at in their relationships. Like, Clint had a nice little chat with his mom and everything, and Gina did as well. In this episode, Gina, Clinton's concern with Gina is that Gina is really invested in her salon. She owns a salon where she works constantly, and Clint's issue is that you have to really devote some time away from work at some point. It can't just be all work 24/7. And I think that's and Gina's really boss lady basically. So that's his concern with her. And this episode, they got together. Clint actually came over to Gina's salon, and he got to meet the girls that she works with and everything. And then later in the episode, they actually had their most heartfelt conversations to date. Clint revealed that he was previously engaged to somebody who he had gotten pregnant. He had gotten a previous girl pregnant, and that girl actually had a miscarriage. He revealed that the girl that he was seeing had a miscarriage, and so when he said that he was so ready to be a father, he was so ready to, no matter what happened, with the baby or with the child's mother or anything, he was going to be the father to the baby. And that just tore him up that happened. And so now I can see why Clint is so the way he is right now, because that was the most heartfelt moment that we've seen Clint this whole season. And I just think that he's not as bad as I thought. He's trying. He's obviously been through a traumatic experience, and I'm not saying what he's doing is okay, but now I understand. And I think and then it didn't work out with that child's mother and everything, who was supposed to be mother. And so, and Gina was just really surprised by it. She's I didn't know that this happened and everything. And I'm glad that they're finally in a place where they can feel vulnerable, basically. So that was basically all we seen from them though in this episode. I feel bad that happened to Clint. Losing a baby when you're ready to be a father, that's just the worst thing in the world. So I'm really sorry that happened. Anyway, the next couple I want to talk is Nicole and Chris. So Nicole and Chris, it's all daisies and roses with them. They go and get a massage. The episode starts with them going to get a massage and everything, and just talking to them. Other YouTubers are claiming that Nicole and Chris are trauma bonding. They've both been through bad relationships, and they're just relating to that. That's fine, but at some point you got to move forward with it. What I'm noticing right now with Nicole and Chris is that they are a really good couple, but Chris is such a nice guy. He is trying too hard, and I can't fault him for that, because I be trying too hard with some of the girls I be talking to, and it's fine. But he is trying too hard, and he wants to make Nicole happy, and Nicole just says like, don't do anything to make me happy, do it because you want to, not make me happy, not just to make me happy. Like that's like a lot of what their discussions are, like, can I do this, only I'll do this only if you're happy about it. Like that's all like their discussions and conversations seem to be like. Now in this episode they had a conversation where Chris actually said something kind of like borderline, kind of what Clint said, and and it was said on a honeymoon that like Nicole is a little bit thicker than what he normally goes for and everything, and he said that to an interview and everything. He told Nicole that that was said so it doesn't come out as a surprise. She appreciated him telling that, but she said, just be careful with the word thick, because I guess she has some kind of condition that where she's, no matter how hard she tries, she said something about she's always gonna have some kind of like thickness to her, basically. And she said it hurts a little bit to hear that, but for future reference, be careful with that word. I was a little surprised that Chris said that. Like when you don't want to, when you're asked these questions, I know like what these people, what they prefer, what they have dated in the past, and what they normally would go for and wouldn't go for. But when it comes to somebody's weight, you have to be really, really careful on how you word things, because it's going to be it could be taken the wrong way, and that's what Nicole was like. He like Chris said it, like it wasn't meant to be taken any type of way, which I believe that. But Nicole says she's really sensitive to that. That's why she flipped out on Clint after what he said on the honeymoon and stuff. So they, that was like their first little and everything. So now we gotta watch out for that. But other than that, Nicole and Chris are doing really well. They need to, Chris just needs to like relax. He just needs to relax. Like Nicole is not gonna leave him because he's too nice, and I know the feeling. I think that's what he's kind of afraid of. Like he's afraid that she's gonna leave him because how nice he is. And it's happened before. I got left because I was too nice before. Like, it's scary, but Nicole said that they are married, and and we are kind of forced into this experience where I have to deal with it and I have to accept it and stuff. And right now I actually like it. So they have a nice little bond, but I think that it needs to like get past like the sacred moments and just get a little bit adventurous, in my opinion. But other than that, right now they're the power couple. Next couple I want to talk is Jasmine and Aries. So as we all know, Jasmine is attracted to Aries. Aries is not attracted to Jasmine. This episode, the couples are all playing these little questionnaire games and whatever, and they decide to play a game of Never Have I Ever. Risky game. Aries has the nerve to say, play Never Have I Ever, and he gonna talk about that he has been in multiple orgies. And I found that very, very disturbing to admit to your wife. I mean, I'm glad you're honest, but admitting that to your wife, and especially when you're not attracted to your wife, I didn't think it was a smart move. And he was just saying it all nonchalant and stuff, like it was nothing and everything. And like the producers asked him how many orgies has he been in, he wouldn't answer that. And Jasmine was just like, I don't even want to know, and everything. And so it was just, I don't know. I'm not gonna sell this couple along because I don't know what this guy really wants. I'm surprised Jasmine handled that with class and everything, because I probably would have snapped. But she handled that with a lot of class. But yeah, playing Never Have I Ever, and then like admitting that you've been in a multiple orgies, it's just it's just like more power to you, but wow. And it wouldn't be so bad. It really wouldn't be so bad if he was attracted to his wife. And I think if his wife, if he felt like if she felt like he was attracted to her and they were like getting somewhere in their marriage, that probably wouldn't be such a big deal. She probably would find it adventurous and stuff, but he's not attracted to her and she's attracted to him. So I don't know. I don't know about him. I don't know about he is going to break her heart. In my opinion, Aries is gonna break Jasmine's heart. I just think I don't think they're gonna make it past decision day. I'll be amazed. There's still time in the season to grow. We'll enter the second half of the season next week, but right now he is not growing. Aries is not growing, and at the beginning of the season, we were pulling for Aries. I think this will be one of those experiments, and this experiment that he's the person that needs to grow. They asked if he was like Elijah One from Boston or Chris from Atlanta. Now, obviously, nobody's like Chris from Atlanta because that guy was just terrible. That guy needed to really check himself because he had anger problems. He just he felt like the whole world was against him and he didn't know how to control that. And so, but Aries ain't like Chris. Elijah One grew from the experience. I was a little worried about Elijah One at first, but Elijah One grew. I'm not seeing any growth with Aries yet, and I hope that change as we enter the second half of the season and everything. But yeah, playing Never Have I Ever and then admit into that, it's just wow. Last couple I want to talk is Kirsten and Shaquille. So they set up a spa day, and Shaquille asked Kirsten, like, tell me some stuff that you don't really know about me and everything. And they just had a little talk about that. Got a little tense and everything. Like she was just saying, well, I'm this, and that, and he was like, well, I know that, but just tell me something different and stuff. Well, Kirsten gives off the vibe of like you remember at the beginning of the season when they had to skip a day at the honeymoon when Shaquille had to go do his presentation at the college and stuff. Well, in this episode, he invited his mentors to the house to meet Kirsten and everything. They came over and chatted with them and said at first they wasn't sure about him, but he's really a great guy, this, and that. Well, this was kind of surprising. Shaquille was offered a job, a really good paying job and everything. But he did not consult this with Kirsten. And he actually denied the job because he wanted to, focus on his wife, focus on his marriage, and focus on getting settled there in Nashville and stuff. Now, Kirsten's saying, I'm glad he did that, this, and that. But on the after party, Kirsten was on the after party show. She was saying she wished that he did console. And then on after party, Keisha and I pulling them really pressed Kirsten about opening up and being vulnerable. And she finally showed some vulnerability on the after party and opened up and started crying. She had Jasmine crying and Keisha crying, and Keisha she was hard on her, but it was gave her some real tough love and said sometimes what you say is BS, but you are a wonderful girl and it's good to see you vulnerable and whatnot. So we're hard on Kirsten, but I'm glad that she's shown that vulnerability in the episode, but it's almost but with her, I just don't know what she wants. She says she's finally getting attracted to Shaquille's bald head and everything. It's just at the point where we don't know what to do. What will make you happy? Okay, I don't do this job so I can be closer to you. That's good. But it's that's good, but you should consult with me first. Or then it's oh, I wanted you to have a good job and be successful and all that and everything. But sometimes if you have to do that, you may have to travel. And she may not want him to travel. So Kirsten needs to just really think about it and figure out what she really, wants. And it is right now is really confusing on her personality and how she's treating Shaquille. It's very confusing. One minute she isn't into him, next minute she's liking him, next minute she's not sure about it, and then she is. Like, like, make up your mind, girl. Just make up your mind. But yeah, it was nice to see her like showing some vulnerability, like on After Party, and I kudos to Keisha and I pull him on for like giving her really really good tough. That was real tough love. You guys have to watch the After Party show. Like Keisha, kudos to her for that. But yeah, anyway, guys, that was all the couples. Yeah, Dominique and McKinney, we did not see them in this episode. They're done. I'm sure we'll see them in a couple weeks in episodes to come. But anyway, guys, thank you guys so much for watching. Please like and subscribe. I'll be back on Sunday, Monday to do a 90 Day Fiance the Other Way. Once again, thank you guys so much for watching the last video as well. I'm up to over 200 views. I really appreciate it. I guess Catfish is the more popular show out of the other two shows that I recap on this channel, so I'll be sure to continue to do more Catfish videos as they are in season and everything. But I do want you guys to watch these videos of Married at First Sight and my 90 Day Fiance videos. Like, I want to build this channel up, guys, so come on now. But thank you guys so much for your support. God bless you all, and have a great day.